Paul. It is June 7th. What's happening?
So this week, Kate, WWDC is happening. WWDC is Apple's developer conference, so every year folks like us get really excited about the new software updates and sometimes hardware they announce as well, that's broadcast live and streamed for the whole world to see. It's a big production. Sometimes the show is better than the updates themselves, but it's always a fun time at 3 Advance when we're watching, tuning in. And this year there have been a lot of small announcements, but some important feature updates. And I think the thing that people will appreciate most is in iMessage and Mail, they're going to see immediately that they can undo and edit messages, as well as on the Mail app, especially being able to schedule emails. So that means your boss can't be emailing you at 2 a.m. anymore. They should be scheduling that email for a reasonable hour so that you're not stressed out before you go to work. Not that I would ever do that, but there you go.
I love that.
And then improvements to iOS. A lot of things are improving, most notably the lock screen. You'll be able to customize your lock screen with different widgets, different styles, even change the fonts on the lock screen, which is certainly something I didn't expect Apple to do. But yeah, it should be fun to be able to try out a few different experiences and see how far you can push that. And you might notice, Kate, that your notifications are going to start bumping up from the bottom instead of the top.
Yes.
That's where your phone is holding your phone. That's where your fingers are positioned. So I think Apple have finally realized that your thumb is at the bottom of the phone, and that makes it a little bit easier to click on the push notification and pop it open. So we're all about that.
Totally.
Lots of other updates across watchOS, iOS, Mac. Some of the interesting things are with the sleep tracking. Do you have an Apple Watch? Do you ever wear it in bed?
I do, but I don't wear it to bed because I have to take it off to charge. Yeah,
I think that's a common thing. But Apple, I think, are really pushing the sleep tracking and some of the heart monitoring and different lifestyle additions that they're bringing to the watch and improving upon. So it might be worth checking out. Wearing the watch in bed, seeing how you're sleeping, and tracking that over time, and allowing the AI to do its work and advise on how you should be improving your sleeping or what's working, what's not working. So I'm really excited about seeing that as someone who finds it hard to settle and get a good night's sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Maybe they'll improve the battery life on the watches too.
The sooner the better. The sooner the better. Next up, though, is nothing to do with the watch or phone at all, and that's CarPlay. So one of the most exciting things that I noticed at WWDC was the new CarPlay edition. So not only can CarPlay be responsible for playing audio or media or answering phones, text messages, that sort of thing, they're integrating it fully with the car system itself. So that's things like looking at your speed, how speed is, acceleration is displayed, as well as improving navigation and climate control. So I think it'll be interesting to see if the auto manufacturers can integrate these things. I think they are introducing new screens, so I think it'll be great to tap into the UX and the design skills of Apple, and that will improve the overall experience of a driver. So that maybe we can turn our Hyundais into Teslas, or a little bit like it.
Yes, love that.
So Apple have finally admitted that the camera on their MacBook sucks.
Finally!
And they're allowing us now to use our iPhone, just like we're doing right now, recording on an iPhone and doing our Zoom on our MacBook. Apple are allowing us to use our phone as a camera. So you can use that super duper camera that comes with your iPhone, somehow attach it to your MacBook, and then when you do Zoom calls on your MacBook, it will be broadcast through and recorded through your phone. So
that is hilarious.
It's a little bit of extra work, but it's worth it if you want to have, sparkling definition and, a really good experience on your Zoom calls.
Okay, Paul, what else is happening?
Okay, so we got a few more stories in our newsletter. We will not go into depth, but I think one of the important things to note this week is Sheryl Sandberg stepping down as COO as Meta. She has been hugely influential, both in Meta's success and Facebook's growth and success over the last 10 years, but also some of the more, controversial things that have happened with Facebook and privacy and that side of things. So it is interesting that she's stepping down, and it marks an end to the legacy of her reign at Facebook. She was hugely influential.
Yeah. Why do you think she's stepping down?
That's $1 million question. My suspicion is she's going to run for president in 2024. So you heard it here first. Could be completely wrong. But I think she has a history and she has an experience in politics, and I think that's what's going to take her back there.
All right. What's dAppening?
Okay, so this is hot off the press. Right now, this is Tuesday, the 7th of June. Legislation is being introduced into the House regarding crypto. So there's a lot more detail in our newsletter.
Okay.
The details have not been fully worked out at the time of producing this lovely video, but we're keeping a close eye on that. Apparently this is one that the crypto enthusiasts actually support. So we'll see if it goes down well, how it's perceived by the general public, and what happens next.
All right, and meanwhile, if we advance, Paul, you and Darren are going to NFT NYC, is that right?
That's right, as the crypto theme is continuing. Darren and I are heading up on the 20th to the 24th, and we decided to buy our hotel stay as an NFT. So Nomo Soho, we're selling rooms by NFT, and apparently additional perks are given, but allows you to purchase the NFT on OpenSea. And I think it costs a little over $300, which for most of the country is extortionate. But in New York City, it's on the reasonable side, unfortunately. But,
yeah, it really is. Wow.
So yeah, we bought the NFTs. Really simple process to buy the NFTs once we had a MetaMask account. But we haven't successfully redeemed the NFT for a hotel stay yet. So watch this space. Hopefully we won't have to sell any more crypto to figure out how we spend the night in New York. But excited about the conference. Excited about the conference and who we're going to see there. Promoting all the work that we're doing in the Web3 space, as well as connecting and learning what else other people are doing. So it's going to be an interesting conference, and we will definitely be linking back in and updating you both in the conference itself, as well as whether this NFT actually helped us out and give us somewhere to stay. Time will tell.
Fingers crossed. You got it. All right. Well, I think that does it for this week's What's Happening.
Cool. Well, I'll see you next week.
Paul, thank you so much. I'll see you next week.
See ya.
Bye, everyone.